Welcome to This Week in Astrology. This is episode number 599 for January 16 through 31, 2022. Venus and Uranus turning direct highlight the second half of January. We also have a Cancer full moon featuring a Plutonian mystic rectangle, the lunar nodes changing signs, and the closest approach of the Saturn-Uranus square in the first half of 2022. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm your host, Benjamin Bernstein, broadcasting from thisweekinastrology.com. I'm back from my Ayahuasca retreat in Peru and feeling wonderful. I record these forecasts as an audio podcast and a video, so take your pick. The video version includes detailed chart graphics, which you can also see in my written forecasts at astroshaman.com. This Week in Astrology is honored to be one of the internet's top 10 astrology podcasts. Check out our website where you can hear the show and subscribe to podcast updates. And if you have not already, be sure to click the link in the show notes for 2 chances to win a free Astrology Plus session with me each month. What's that website? It's thisweekinastrology.com. What's old as we come into the second half of January, we have a waxing moon. Uranus is retrograde through the 18th and Venus is retrograde to the 29th in the wee hours. We also have Mercury retrograde through February 3rd, late into the day. Let's get into our individual days. On Monday, January 17, a full moon lights up the sky at 6:48 p.m. EST. That's at 28 degrees Cancer. Any Cancer full moon is great for release or adjustment in the areas of home and family. Ditto that for security, emotions, and healing old traumas with shadow work. Aspects. All the planets that aspect this full moon come together to form a mystic rectangle. This is a harmonious aspect pattern which facilitates planetary cooperation. The most powerful planet in this mystic rectangle is Pluto. He tightly opposes the moon and conjoins the sun. In fact, Pluto made an exact conjunction with the sun yesterday on January 16th. Pluto and full moons share the themes of release and adjustment. This is a good time to implement the 4 releases and adjustments of my Pluto prescription. First, release all material possessions that are not necessary or don't make your life more wonderful. Second, release or de-emphasize relationships that are consistently negative or which do not meaningfully support your personal evolution. Third, release habits that give you no meaningful benefit or tweak them so they become genuinely helpful. And fourth, imagine your most awesome possible life, then do the shadow work to heal the parts of you that say you cannot have it. Moon-Pluto aspects can catalyze old wounds and traumas. This can be a wonderful opportunity to heal those old traumas once and for all. Of course, you'll need an effective shadow work technique for this. Thousands have found my do-it-yourself healing invocation quick and effective. It's part of my free invocation masterclass with a link in the show notes. To get there even faster, go to astroshaman.com. Last word of the menu bar is invocations. Click or tap that and you'll be on your way. Ultimately, Pluto is rooting for you to step fully into your personal power. When necessary, he lights the way by stirring up the unhealed traumas that are preventing you from blossoming into your most magnificent self. This process can be challenging, but it's only by striking out on your personal hero's journey that you'll develop your highest potential. Pluto's other great gift is wealth. This can be money, but wealth can be anything that improves your life. For example, my most rewarding wealth comes when I increase my service capacity by opening to deeper spiritual awakening. This full moon is a great time to decide what kinds of wealth matter most to you. Other planets in the mystic rectangle. Juno, huddled up with Pluto in Capricorn, also opposes the moon. This asteroid goddess represents committed partnerships. Which of your relationships could benefit from some type of release or adjustment so they can play a more productive role in your life? The final physical body aspecting this full moon is Ceres. She sextiles the moon. She can help your shadow work proceed more smoothly and also offers abundance. This is because Ceres is the grain goddess and is associated with a bountiful harvest. Finally, the moon makes harmonious aspects to the lunar nodes. All of the above will go more smoothly when your actions align with your life purpose. Also, on Monday, January 17th, you can enjoy more flowing feminine assertiveness as Neptune conjoins Pallas Athena at 21 degrees Pisces. You can also receive more divine inspiration if you're acting as a diplomat, negotiator, or mediator. By the way, the day I'm referring to is January 17. If open conflict cannot be avoided, call on this duo to help you fight with the grace of a Tai Chi master. On Tuesday, January 18, Uranus turns direct at 10:26 a.m. around 11 degrees Taurus. The most eccentric planet turned retrograde 5 months ago on August 19th around 15 Taurus. Uranus retrograde has been a great time to reflect on how well you embody the high side of the strangest planet. Have you fully accepted what's unique and different about yourself? Are you blessing the world with these distinctive parts of you to the greatest extent that serves highest good? Are you following the guidance of your intuitive hits? They come from your higher self, your most reliable source of information. Finally, are you serving others with your special gifts and talents that you most love to use? Planets are most powerful when they change direction. Check your natal chart for sensitive points between 8 and 14 degrees in the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Whatever these points represent, Uranus can give them a quantum leap forward if you're using them in alignment with your life purpose. If something about these areas of life is out of sync, Uranus might throw some chaos or challenging surprise into the mix. He does this to draw your attention to any misaligned areas. Because Uranus can work at lightning speed, his influence can help you resolve any challenges faster than you might have thought possible. Also on this very busy Tuesday, January 18th, the lunar nodes shift signs. The lunar nodes shift signs in retrograde motion about every 19 months, and they do it again today at 1:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 1:50 p.m. The north node moves from Gemini to Taurus, while the south node transitions from Sagittarius to Scorpio. I am using true node calculations. This heightened focus on the Scorpio-Taurus axis puts less emphasis on the mind and more on the body. You can work with any or all of the following themes. Be fully present with the pleasure of your 5 senses. Give yourself delightful things to see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Cultivate the ecstatic pleasures of sexuality and sacred sex. Engage in life-affirming transformations that lead to better physical structures. Do shadow work which, when complete, lets you enjoy more comfortable physical embodiment. Take retreat time to relax in nature. Transform the earth through environmental healing. Engage in body-based death and rebirth healing processes. These could include breath work, plant spirit ceremonies, and ecstatic dance. You could also do somatic experiencing or the healing invocation in my free invocation masterclass, which I previously mentioned. Amplify your wealth. This could be money or anything tangible or intangible that brings value to your life. Use your power to manifest what you desire. Our final event on Tuesday, January 18th, Saturn square Uranus with their closest approach in the first half of 2022. There are not any exact Saturn-Uranus squares this year, but this powerhouse aspect was 2021's most important aspect and continues to be a formidable influence in 2022. These two planets are about 3 degrees apart as they make their closest approach in the first half of 2022 today on January 18th. Saturn is around 14 Aquarius, while Uranus is around 11 degrees Taurus as it stations direct. These two planets will come much closer on October 1st, when they'll only be half a degree apart. For a deep dive interpretation of this important aspect, see my December 24th interpretation of the Saturn-Uranus square. On Wednesday, January 19th, the Sun enters Aquarius at 9:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This gives you a month to focus on the highest expressions of this sign. These include embodying and expressing your unique human self, following your intuitive hits, and serving others using your special gifts and talents that you most love to use. On Monday, January 24th, a Pluto-Juno conjunction around 27 Capricorn is not that common. Over 4 years go by between these conjunctions. So when we have one like today's, it is significant. Pluto and Juno were part of my January 17 full moon forecast, so some of this may sound familiar. To the degree that a committed partnership is on track, Pluto will bless it with wealth and power. Refer back to my full moon forecast, which I already gave, for more on how best to work with these themes. To the extent that things are not copacetic, Pluto is likely to stir up challenge. Then the two of you can decide if you want to ignore the issue, work together to heal it, or release the relationship if that serves highest good. On Saturday, January 29th, Venus turns direct at 3:50 a.m. That's 3:50 a.m. at 11 degrees Capricorn. She has been retrograde since December 19th. She turned direct around 26.5 Capricorn. So she went back roughly 15 degrees. Now that Venus is direct, you can start taking action on the insights you gained while she was retrograde. For starters, what new actions, adjustments, or releases would serve you in the following areas: relationship, creativity, money, aesthetics, harmony, and justice. Venus retrograded entirely within Capricorn. What changes would serve highest good in your business relationships, earned income, and the role creativity plays in your work? Is your work situation fair and harmonious? Going deeper, are all your relationships as productive as you would like? If you're doing creative things, are you sharing them so that they can serve others? The Venus-Pluto conjunction. Venus was energetically conjunct Pluto in Capricorn for over 7 weeks, November 22nd through January 12th. By the way, they'll join forces again for another month, February 17 through March 14th. Their exact conjunctions are December 11 of 2021, Christmas of 2021, and March 3rd of 2022. This extended dance did include the first 3.5 weeks of Venus retrograde. Relationships. Pluto likes to reveal the hidden truth, so make appropriate changes in your important relationships when such information comes to light. The energies of Pluto and Capricorn can help you more easily see your relationship dynamics unflinchingly from a more objective perspective. Is a specific relationship helping you move toward your goals? Is it making you wealthier? Remember, wealth can be anything you value, not just money. Is it helping you stand more fully in your power? If a relationship is not firing on all cylinders, this Venus-Pluto conjunction could have stimulated challenge to show you what needs your attention. As always in such situations, you'll need to decide whether release or repair is the best strategy. As usual, I recommend nonviolent communication to help you work through relationship issues. And once again, try my healing invocation, which is part of that free invocation masterclass, to process your internal emotional wounds. Career and creativity. This Venus-Pluto conjunction, which recurs February 17th through March 14th, as I mentioned earlier, is also tailor-made for career success. Venus is the planet of money, Pluto is the planet of wealth, and Capricorn is the sign of business. But be sure to exercise due diligence, since Pluto can bring both jackpots and wipeouts. Finally, Pluto can supercharge Venus's creativity. It's a great time to dive into your artistic expression. Pluto is not squeamish, so don't censor yourself. It might be helpful to decide that your initial creation is for your eyes only. If your work wants to go in shocking or taboo directions, let it rip. You can decide later if anyone else gets to see it, or if you need to tone it down before it reaches a broader audience. Announcements. I'll present my 2022 Astrology Forecast Lecture live on Zoom this Friday, January 21st at 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. I'll explain how the world-shaking Saturn-Uranus square will continue to be a dominant influence this year, but we'll spend much more time on the life-affirming possibilities of the many harmonious aspects between slower planets in 2022. This presentation will also feature an exclusive pre-recorded video guest appearance by Eric Myers. Eric, author of 7 acclaimed astrology books, will tell us about an extraordinary aspect pattern that starts warming up this year and which may be this decade's most important astrological influence. It's a magical mini grand trine between Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, which ultimately blossoms into its full power as all 3 planets change signs. This is a big deal. This lecture is sponsored by the Asheville Friends of Astrology, which requires a prepaid minimum donation of $5. To make your donation and get the Zoom info, click the link in the show notes. Next, your divine allies could be more eager and willing to help you than you realize. I've worked with over 10,000 astrology, shamanic healing, and life coaching clients. And even those who are spiritually conscious often use only a fraction of the metaphysical assistance available to them. There's so much more that can be delegated to your divine helpers and that they'd be truly delighted to do for you. On Wednesday, February 2nd at 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time, I'll give you fast, simple ways to identify and connect with your divine allies more effectively. After 45 years on the spiritual path, I've collected an eclectic group of divine allies who are of high vibration and benevolent intent. They come from Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, shamanism, and other sources. They all play well together and can accomplish amazing things that my personality could never do on its own. Whoever your high vibration allies are, or even if you haven't partnered with them yet, I'll tell you how to benefit more from the miraculous support they offer. And this is just one event in a series that has already started. Are you ready to awaken to happiness now and create the life you truly desire? Join me and over 30 other amazing transformational teachers, mentors, leaders, and wayshowers. We're all coming together on the Alara Canfield Show, Awaken to Happiness Now Masterclass series. Enjoy dozens of wonderful conversations and experiential processes. Alara has invited me back as a presenter to help inspire and empower you. Create the life you truly desire. Join us as together we step into a new sacred reality. When you register, you'll receive access to the live shows and replays. You'll also receive valuable gifts from the presenters. Experience powerful conversations, processes, clearings, and tools. Transform your energy, life, and consciousness forever. Join us on this amazing journey of love, joy, ease, prosperity, and happiness. Activate your free access now by clicking the link in the show notes. Next, everyone's welcome to participate in mini Awakening Plus Zoom calls for free. These events support your individual healing and awakening as well as global spiritual awakening. Some events are for Awakening Plus members only, but we'd love to have you join our supportive online community. Dip your toe in the water with our 30 days for $1 risk-free trial membership. Here's info on our events in the second half of January. All are at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Wednesday, January 19th, members only, Shamanic Awakening Ceremony. This intense experience combines the healing power of shamanism with my complete invocation cycle for embodied awakening. We begin by invoking safe, sacred space, supported by many powerful divine beings of love and light. Then we do a series of invocations to help each person move into embodied awakening. I've been a professional shamanic healer since 2012. During the healing section, the centerpiece of this event, I ratchet up the energy to high intensity. I typically use voice and various rattles to help clear your heavy energies. You can heal old wounds and traumas during this part of the shamanic awakening ceremony. This experience can be challenging, but our divine allies will make sure you do not get overwhelmed. After the healing section, exquisite celestial energy pours in from above, helping you move into your deepest possible awakened state. Then, on Wednesday, January 26, members only, group immunity boosting, healing, and awakening. Enhanced immunity is good to have, especially with the Omicron variant spreading so fast. So we call it in from our divine allies, along with embodied awakening and personal healing. And then, change, Thursday, January 27th, what was a members-only event is now a free public event. And instead of just being Ask Me Anything, it's Ask Me Anything about Ayahuasca. Ask Me Anything, as I said, is usually a members-only event, but this month I'm opening it to everyone. This is because I recently did an extraordinary 12-day ayahuasca retreat in Peru. Ayahuasca remains my most powerful and helpful spiritual teacher and transformer. I'm excited to share the insights I've gained from this stellar plant spirit teacher with anyone who's interested. If we run out of ayahuasca-related questions, I'm also happy to discuss other topics that relate to the themes of Awakening Plus. If you're a member and cannot attend live, you're welcome to email me with your questions. Please put AMA in the subject line. And then every single Monday, we have a free public event called New Earth Support Team. In this popular weekly event, we first create our sacred container and invoke embodied awakening. Then we let our divine allies know that we've come to serve the great global awakening. They take it from there. Our spiritual service is routinely rewarded with personal healing, spiritual upgrades, and profound bliss. Awakening Plus features at least 10 live streaming events each month. Many are open to everyone for free, while some are for Awakening Plus members only. We'd love to have you join our supportive online community. Members receive these exclusive benefits. About half of our 10 Zoom calls each month are members only. We have that archive of now about 400 life-transforming events. We have a best of events guide, a 16-part invocation masterclass course, a self-guided internal family systems therapy course, monthly community connection call, monthly Ask Me Anything call. You can get an accountability partner, hang out in the forum. There's so much there for you. Learn more or to start your 30 days for $1 risk-free trial membership, go to awakeningplus.com. If that doesn't get you there, go to astroshaman.com, go to services, and Awakening Plus will be the last item in the pull-down menu. Thanks so much for being here. Once again, I'm Benjamin Bernstein with astroshaman.com. I can serve you with astrology readings, shamanic healing, and one-of-a-kind life coaching. All my one-on-one services are equally effective in person or long distance. I also offer an unbeatable price on SolarFire, the #1 astrology software for Windows. And as I mentioned, I run the Awakening Plus online membership for spiritual support. You can learn about all this and more at astroshaman.com. And to see the show notes, go to astroshaman.com/599. Please reach out if you have any questions. My email is benjamin@astroshaman.com. My number for voice and text, 828-338-9852. I would love to connect with you. We're wrapping up. Please leave me a 5-star rating, review, or comment wherever you're getting this episode so others who also love astrology and spirituality can find it. Thanks again for spending this time with me. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light your way.